Hi friends, welcome to Wallflower Confessions DIY. I hope you like these easy Dollar Tree Valentine's projects. For these projects, you will need heart dollies, those heart containers, a gift bag, a picture frame, a heart cutout, a canvas, the pillar candle, a love cutout, strings, and flowers. For this project, you'll need the wood heart cut out there and a bunch of flowers. I chose to do different color roses for kind of an ombre effect. So at the top here, I have the red roses, and you just cut off the flower heads and just start hot gluing them on. I started with the red at the top and then the kind of pink peach color in the middle. There I'm showing you exactly where to cut. If you cut too high, the flower will fall apart. So you want to cut right at the kind of ledge there. So then I ended with the cream color at the bottom. So I have 2 packs of reds, 2 packs of peach, and 1 pack of cream. And I'm thinking I probably would have done 3 packs of red is what I would prefer. But I love how this turned out. So good. Okay, project 2. This is my favorite thing to do with Dollar Tree gift bags. So easy. All you do is you find a gift bag that you like, and you find a frame that you like. You cut it out to fit the size of the frame, and you see there I'm measuring, and then you just cut it out and you pop it into the frame, and that is it. It is a very simple way to decorate, and Dollar Tree has some of the best gift bags, and so it just makes a great decor piece. Right, these next 2 items I did kind of simultaneously because they have very similar steps. So the first thing you need is the love sign, and you'll just want to, I'm sanding it a little bit. It's a little rough, so just sand it around the edges. I use the Dollar Tree sanding sponge and just get all around the edges. And then I have my little pig I got from Amazon. It is the best way to clean up your surface. And then now I'm just taking some Waverly white chalk paint and painting all over the surface of the love sign. You want to make sure you get in all around the edges and in the middle of like the O and the E and the L there, and then put that aside. And then you'll want to take some painter's tape and tape around at the height that you would like, and paint it around. Make sure you press around the bottom of it to kind of create a tight seal. And then you'll just take that same Waverly white chalk paint and paint all over. I like to start kind of on the tape and paint in a downward motion to prevent it from seeping under the tape. It did take me, for both of these, it did take 2 coats. Painting the Waverly chalk paint on that glass kind of made it do some kind of weird drying, so I had to let it dry completely and then do the second coat. Once that is all dry, then you'll take the Waverly antique wax, and I use a kind of a stiffer brush and just start painting. You want to see the brush strokes, and it creates a wood effect. So you'll just want to, again, in a downward motion, paint from the top to the bottom and just cover the whole area. To your liking, you'll want to see the brush strokes, and as it dries, it does appear like wood. For the love sign, we are just going to paint the bottom portion. So you'll get your painter's tape, and you'll want to spread it across the whole part of the sign that you would like covered. And again, you'll want to kind of press down on the bottom of the tape to create a tight seal. and you just do the same steps. You're going to take the Waverly antique wax and begin painting in a downward motion, and it starts to take on the appearance of wood. And my favorite part is the reveal. You peel off the tape and then you get to see that nice straight line. And same with the love sign. I personally don't wait till it's completely dry so that I don't risk any of it peeling up. But look at that. I love how that turned out. So good. There I'm trying to kind of create a knot in the wood by doing kind of like a half circle on each side. And then I just take my heat gun. I got that off Amazon as well. I use that to kind of speed up the drying process. I did use that on the white portion as well to get that to dry a little faster. Now, some of the Waverly antique wax did seep around the edges. I did want the edges to stay white, so I am just make sure that it's dry, and then just taking the Waverly white chalk paint and just kind of paint over the brown areas that it did seep through. For the candle, I wanted to add a little bit more to it. I debated on painting another stripe of a color on top, but I decided to go for the heart kind of lace ribbon there. So I am just kind of measuring it to see how long it needs to be, cutting it, and then I just take my hot glue gun and I start gluing that in place right at the top of the brown portion, just to make a straight line there. And I'm just hot gluing a little at a time and then sticking it down until I get that done all the way around. I love that ribbon. It's so unique and adds just an extra little flair to your projects. All right, that's all down, and take a look at it, get kind of the hot glue gun wisps out of there. And then I decided there's the 3-pack of yarn from Dollar Tree that they have in the Valentine section. And I just took the red and I hot glued it down in one spot, in the same spot that I had the lace start and end. And then I just wrap it around multiple times in no particular fashion. Just wrap it around, and then I just cut. Once I decide that it's enough, I'll cut it in the same spot that I started it and just hot glue that down. And then I wanted to add a little bit more embellishment. And so I found I had the those heart wood little cutouts in that they have it in the pack there. And I decided to grab 2 of them, a red one and a just wood one, and glued them together, and then glued that on to kind of cover the seam. And that is it. I think this turned out so cute and matches so well with the love sign. I love how it coordinates, but the candle here has a little extra pop of color to add to it all. All right, this one I lost some footage, so we'll go over this quickly. So you just need a canvas. You need to rip the canvas off. You have the popsicle sticks there. I got those from Walmart, and you glue those on to the frame of the canvas, and then you cover it all in the Waverly Antique wax. And then I took the dolly, which is too large, so I ended up cutting it apart. I cut that outside edge, that pattern out, and I also cut out the middle heart, and then I also cut some of those flowers that you can see there, and I arranged them in how I wanted. And then all I did was I Mod Podged on the surface, placed the dolly piece down that I wanted, and then Mod Podged over top of that. So you'll see me here cutting this part out, and then my camera died. So then it'll cut right here to more of the finished product. So that is all for this one, simple. And final project here. There's the finished product of the previous one. Now these are the those little plastic heart containers. You get 4 of them in a pack, and I'm just taking 2 of them, and there's a little kind of enclosure thing at the top or something, so that if you were to make it a garland or something, you could stick through that. I just cut those off with those are some floral cutters that I have there. I believe I got those at Walmart. So just cut those off, and then I am going to take that gray, I think it's Elephant Waverly chalk paint, and mix it with some baking soda, and this creates a more of a texture to your paint, and especially with the gray there, it makes it look a little bit more like concrete. So I'm just mixing it up there, and then you just do a coat of it. It's so satisfying because it just covers so well. I did end up in some spots had to do a couple coats, but when you have this mixture, you want to make sure before applying the second coat that it is completely dry, or that second coat will create the first coat to kind of pull up. So here I am just finishing both of them, and that is all you need to do for this. And then here is the final look at everything. I love it, looks so good all together. I love the heart ombre in the back, and everything looked so good. Thank you so much. This was my first video. If you like it, please like the video and subscribe. Thank you.